1986, after the Reagan administration had finished flooding black neighborhoods with crack, they passed the Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which famously instituted mandatory minimum sentences. Because of that, crime immediately skyrocketed, right? Not because more crime was happening, but just because they were arresting more people. It went up like 15% pretty much immediately. And in response to that, the Clinton administration passed the 1994 crime bill, which added the death penalty to a bunch of existing and new crimes and created the three-strike rule for violent felonies. So this is what happens now. You grow up in the wrong neighborhood just because you picked the wrong parents, because the single biggest determining factor for how much money you have in this country is the zip code you were born in. That's an actual stat. You're in a community that's completely bereft of small businesses. There's no job opportunities. Your community's flooded with drugs and heavily over-policed. Eventually, at some point, you get caught with something, right? Possession or DUI or whatever. Mandatory minimum 2 years for personal use. Particularly if you are black or Latino, off to prison you go. You're now in a state or private prison that is heinously understaffed as a way to save money because they're all for profit. You get a knife to protect yourself, and whether it's just because you don't know how to hide it very well yet or your celly rats on you or something, they shake the cell down, you get caught with that. 5 years for weapons manufacturing added to your sentence. So now your little two-piece for possession just turned into 7, and they kick you off to a way higher security yard with way scarier people that you probably shouldn't be around. Best case scenario, if you don't catch any more charges, you work your way back down to work release so that you can go fight fires for 25 cents an hour before tax. Assuming you make it out of there, you're a felon now, so you can't vote. Housing and jobs are both going to discriminate against you, and you have like an 80% chance of recidivism. That's an 80% chance of going back to prison in like the first 10 years or something. So I don't really have a point with any of that. I was just thinking about it, and it's pretty fucked.